Superfood Evolution presents Rhodiola root, top tonic herb for stress and anxiety. Rhodiola is a tonic herb native to cold, harsh climates of Siberia, Tibet, northeast China, and Mongolia, where drinking strong decoctions of the root tea has been consumed for centuries to help the people of these regions acclimate to high mountainous altitudes, as well as sustain high energy levels needed for living in these environments. Today, the herb taken as an extract, herbal tea, or in capsule form is particularly famous for its ability to reduce the secretion of cortisol, the stress hormone, and is a top herbal aid for relieving daily stress and anxiety. Useful as a restorative herb for treating adrenal fatigue, it has also been shown to help effectively alleviate conditions such as insomnia and depression. In addition, rhodiola is a revitalizing energizer and brain tonic, well documented for its capacity to increase mental alertness and concentration skills. It is an often recommended top natural stimulant and nourishing tea for overworked individuals or for those who sit at a desk or do computer work for extended periods of time. In traditional Chinese medicine, the root known as Hong Jin Tian is specifically used as a Chinese herb for restoring qi, as well as tonifying the lungs and heart. It is considered a strong immune system modulator, often compared to ginseng. The genus Rhodiola grows wild all over the world in subarctic and alpine climates of the Northern Hemisphere, including areas of Canada, Alaska, the northeastern United States, in addition to Iceland and the Scandinavian countries Norway, Sweden, and Finland. There are a few primary species harvested or cultivated for herbal use, usually either North American, Chinese, or Tibetan Rhodiola. The two most common species used today as an herbal supplement are Rhodiola rosea and Rhodiola sacra. The root of the plant is the specific part used, and although wild varieties are thought to be more medicinally potent than cultivated roots, generally they offer very similar properties. Both include primary constituents like the active ingredients saladroside, rosavin, rosin, and rosarin, as well as various terpenoids, flavonoids, phenols, proanthocyanidins, quercetin, anthraquinone, and other alkaloids. Because of the growing popularity of this tonic herb, overharvesting in the U.S. and other countries has led to its classification as an endangered plant species. Currently, cultivated organically grown Rhodiola rosea or sustainably harvested Rhodiola sacra is a better option to protect endangered Rhodiola species growing in wild habitats. What is Rhodiola root? The name Rhodiola rosea, one of the top species consumed, is also called rose root and is derived from the Greek word rhodon, meaning rose, most likely making reference to the rose-like aroma when the roots are decocted as a tea. The plant itself also has petal-shaped radiating leaves that form a similar pattern to that of a rose flower. The pleasant floral scent that the Rhodiola rhizome exudes comes from a volatile oil that gives it a unique fragrance and flavor. The rosy pink-colored tea also tastes somewhat like rose petals. Rhodiola is a perennial flowering plant related to the ornamental genus called sedum, both of which come from the same family, Crassulaceae. Growing as a small shrub with thick roots and several succulent stems coming out of the same root system, it can reach height between 1 to 13 inches. Preferring sandy, rocky soils, it is also known as stone crop. Interestingly, many powerful superfoods like rhodiola as well as maca root are extremely hardy plants, adapting to adverse environmental conditions and dry, barren soils. There are approximately 90 Rhodiola species, 30 of which are found in Tibet and 55 belonging to regions of China. Rhodiola sacra or Rhodiola crenulata are two Himalayan species specific to northeast China, Siberia, Bhutan, and Tibet, and can grow over 14,000 feet above sea level. Rhodiola rosea is considered to be a native Siberian variety, although it grows in other parts of the world. Rhodiola integrifolia and Rhodiola rhodantha as well as Rhodiola rosea, are the most common species growing throughout North American climates in parts of the U.S., especially Alaska, southern Vermont, and eastern Maine, in addition to Nova Scotia and other locations in Canada. Rhodiola history and folklore. Rhodiola has been used in herbal folk medicine for over 1,000 years, with the first documented use appearing in China in Tibet, where they considered it a superior tonic and life-prolonging, wisdom-enhancing herb. The root has a long history of traditional herbal use by the people of Russian and Scandinavian descent, as well as ancient Asian cultures of China, Mongolia, and Tibet. According to Ron Teagarden, this incredible herb was used by the Tibetan monks to enhance their inner spiritual power, the power of concentration and physical endurance. It has undoubtedly played a major role in the development of Tibetan culture. Indigenous cultures of Siberia were known to secretly guard rhodiola's harvesting and preparation techniques, which were commonly shared only among family members. It was well valued in the Caucasus mountain regions, where it was used as a monetary exchange and traded for other goods like honey and wine. An adaptogen tonic that helps reduce stress and anxiety. Rhodiola is an adaptogenic substance with a normalizing effect on the endocrine and immune functions, regulating either the underactivity or hyperfunctioning of the organs and glands. Adaptogens like rhodiola, as well as many of the Ayurvedic Rasayana herbs and major Chinese tonics like Fo Tea, ashwagandha, astragalus, tulsi, and ginseng, help us to adapt and naturally increase our resistance to everyday stress factors and chronic anxiety. Rhodiola, or Hong Jin Tian in Chinese medicine, is known to replenish qi, clear the lungs, nourish the heart, fortify the spleen, boost mental acuity, and has calming effects on the central nervous system. It is an often recommended herbal supplement for those who suffer from general weakness, adrenal exhaustion, or are recovering from paralysis caused by a stroke. Since the 1960s, there have been many published research studies investigating the effects of rhodiola as an adaptogen. One of the leading Russian researchers was Dr. Zakir Ramazanov, president of the National Biosciences Corporation. Ramazanov was one of the first to introduce Siberian rhodiola to the Western marketplace and was a major contributor to the book entitled The Rhodiola Revolution. The protective effects of Rhodiola rosea are believed to be associated with an increase in the levels of opioid peptides. Opioid peptides are short sequences of amino acids that attach to opioid receptors in the brain. Having an opiate-like effect, they play an important role in bodily response to pain, trauma, and stress. Other components involved in rhodiola's restorative effects on the adrenal system are the active salidroside compounds that act as an anxiolytic to inhibit anxiety. Reduces the stress hormone, cortisol. Rhodiola is one of the best anti-aging herbs, relieving the impact of stress and the damaging consequences it can have on the biological systems over an extended period of time. Cortisol, known as the stress hormone, is the body's corticosteroid hormonal response to stress and is secreted by the adrenal glands. When we experience constant physical and emotional stress, excessive amounts of cortisol can not only have an adverse effect on the nervous system, but also metabolic and cardiovascular functions. Along with, of course, a health-promoting diet and regular exercise and relaxation techniques, rhodiola supplementation can be additionally helpful for maintaining healthy cortisol levels by inhibiting unnecessary cortisol production, which can impede mental capacity and clear thinking. According to a 2009 double-blind study examining the effects of rhodiola in the treatment of subjects with stress-related fatigue, it was confirmed that post-treatment cortisol responses to awakening stress were significantly different in the treatment group compared with the control group, It is concluded that repeated administration of Rhodiola rosea extract exerts an anti-fatigue effect that increases mental performance, particularly the ability to concentrate, and decreases cortisol response to awakening stress in burnout patients with fatigue syndrome. In the Newsweek article entitled Herbal Stress Buster, it states, research indicates that rhodiola reduces levels of the stress hormone cortisol while optimizing levels of key brain chemicals involved in mood. Cardioprotective effects on heart. Rhodiola has been shown to have cardioprotective effects on the heart. In one study examining the effects of stress-induced cardiac damage, it was established that the anti-stressor and cardioprotective effects of Rhodiola rosea are associated with limited adrenergic effect on the heart. In addition, as we mentioned above, these protective effects are also associated with an increase in the levels of opioid peptides. Helpful as a brain tonic and natural antidepressant. Rhodiola root also promotes monoamine neurotransmitter activity, enhancing levels of serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine in the brain, which helps to uplift mood. Monoamines regulate cognitive processes and are known to help in the treatment of psychiatric disorders including depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia. It is helpful for increasing our ability to analyze, evaluate, plan, as well as remember, and is a top tonic root tea or extract for those who work long hours behind a computer screen or at a desk, improving one's capacity to concentrate and focus. It has often been used in Tibet as an herbal adjunct to meditation, as it allows for focused mental states and also improves respiration. Two active ingredients found in rhodiola root are the compounds saladroside and rosavin. These are the primary elements believed to be responsible for its actions as a natural antidepressant and anxiety reliever. In a 2007 study published in Phytotherapy Research entitled Adaptogenic and Central Nervous System Effects of Single Doses of 3% rosavin and 1% saladroside rhodiola rosea L extract, the results showed that Rhodiola rosea extract significantly induced antidepressant-like, adaptogenic, anxiolytic-like, and stimulating effects in mice. In another study documented in the Nordic Journal of Psychiatry, it was concluded that the standardized rhodiola extract shows antidepressive potency in patients with mild to moderate depression when administered in doses of either 340 or 680 milligrams a day over a 6-week period. Rhodiola benefits for physical endurance activities. Rhodiola has benefits as an energizing tonic, like schizandra and cordyceps, and can be beneficial as an herbal supplement to those involved in regular physical workouts, athletic activities, or professional sports. Helping to enhance oxygen utilization and physical endurance, as well as decrease recovery time after exercise, rhodiola has been shown in various studies to improve resistance to high-intensity exercise and physical exertion. It is often an ingredient in energizing herbal formulas, along with other energy adaptogens like astragalus, ashwagandha, and ginseng. These herbs work together for overall increased effectiveness. According to a study published in the Journal of Sports Medicine and Physical Fitness, Rhodiola rosea supplementation is able to reduce both lactate levels and parameters of skeletal muscle damage after an exhaustive exercise session. Moreover, rhodiola supplementation was shown to improve fatty acid consumption and may also help to increase the body's adaptogenic ability for physical exercise. In other research documented in the International Journal of Sports Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism, it states that acute rhodiola rosea intake can improve endurance exercise capacity in young, healthy volunteers. Types of rhodiola root. Rhodiola root, whole, raw, dried, bulk root pieces. Rhodiola powder, ground raw powder. Rhodiola extract, liquid alcohol tinctures or encapsulated powdered hot water extracts. Rhodiola formulations includes the addition of other tonics and herbs that work together synergistically to increase effects. How to use. As with most tonics and rosea herbs, the benefits of rhodiola are cumulative and build up over a period of regular use. Rhodiola's effects are enhanced when combined with other herbs in herbal formulas or homemade tea blends. Dried bulk rhodiola root pieces or powder can be used to make tea decoctions or alcohol tinctures. To extract the beneficial compounds in the root, you do need to simmer it in hot water for at least 20 to 30 minutes, or likewise soak it in an alcohol menstruum for 2 weeks or longer. The rosy pink tea has a wonderful, pleasant, rose-like aroma and flavor, but with a slightly bitter overtone. You can make your own fresh powder by blending the dried root in a high-speed blender or NutriBullet. Rhodiola extracts, powdered capsules, or herbal formulations are also available from a variety of quality suppliers listed in the description box below this video. Precautions. Rhodiola is considered a very safe tonic to use for extended periods of time with no toxic side effects. It is always important, however, to consult your physician if you have a serious medical condition or are taking prescription medications. Thanks for watching, and for more tonic herbs, visit our website at superfoodsforsuperhealth.com. Please support us with a thumbs up if you found this video useful. And be sure and check out these other top tonic herb videos.